Alright guys, back here in part 3, and I forgot to show you guys in part 1 and 2 all the switches that are on this radio. Up here you've got your trainer switch. We're probably not going to get into much of the training because if you do, you're going to have somebody that's already got one of these radios and they know how to set it all up. What we will be talking about is kind of like in the last video with the timer. You also use this for your range check, as you saw in the last video. Here's your F mode. If you're on an airplane, this is going to control your landing gears or your retracts. On the helicopter, this is going to control normal mode or idle up mode. This is your elevator dual rate. This is your aileron dual rate, and this is your rudder dual rate. This here, for your helicopter guys, is going to go from head holding mode to your rate mode on your gyro. For your airplane guys, this is going to control your flaps. And then this one here is your throttle hold. Probably won't be getting much into that one either. And then you've got your throttle cut, which is just a temporary push button. So what we're going to do is we're going to concentrate on these three. We're going to concentrate on the elevator, aileron, and the rudder dual rate switches. There's been a lot of people asking about dual rates in Expo, and we're going to clear that up. So let me just zoom in here to the menu so you guys can see it. We'll kick our radio on. Now to get to your dual rate, push into your menu, and it's number 2. You got dual rate in Expo. And as you can see, ailerons on the top. If I go ahead and back out and just kind of show you this, if I flip this switch, that top one is going to go to number 1. If I flip it back up, it'll go back to 0. Now, that one, the way I have it set up now is I can adjust each one independently while I am in flight. Now, if you do not want to do that, if you want just one switch to do everything, then what you need to do is come out of here, and we'll just go back to the main just so I can show you. You'll click on there, you'll scroll all the way down to setup list, then you'll go down here into dual rate combo. Now right now it's shut off, that way I can use each individual switch while in flight. Now you can go in and you can select aileron, elevator, rudder, or your F mode switch, which with the helicopter, our F mode switch is that one right there, and I really don't want to put it on that switch. So what I'm going to do is we're going to put it on the aileron, and the reason we're going to put it on the aileron is it's over here on the right hand side. I can control the throttle over here with my left hand, my thumb's here, and I can easily just flip that switch whenever I need it. So we're going to set it on aileron. Now one thing that you can also do, say we just got done setting that, push and hold this for about 3 seconds and then let go. You're going to hear 3 or 4 beeps, and it's going to go right back to the main menu. Now, if we go back into our dual rate, now all I'm going to do is flip this switch. I'm not going to flip any of these other ones. But, as you can see, I flipped that one switch, that's going to change every one of them. So, the basics of that is you can program it to where only one switch will change all your dual rates at one time. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you guys understand that, so I'm not going to dwell on that much longer. The dual rate in Expo, the best way that I can explain it to you guys is basically the way that I have had it explained to me. It's also the way that it's explained in the manual for this radio. Dual rate is going to be these right here. Your values are going to be from 0 to 100%. Now, right now, you can see I've got 70 on aileron, 70 on elevator. That means that instead of 100% throw on my servos, I'm only going to have 70% throw. That is going to control your overall throw of your servo. Now, the exponential is adjustable from negative 100% to positive 100% with 0% or inhibit as the default setting in this radio. Now, if you go into the negatives, that is going to make this stick, or the sticks, more responsive in the beginning throws, in the center of it. If you take it like I have and put it into the positive, now this is going to become less sensitive. It's not going to move the servo as much, but it's still going to give you the full throws of whatever you have your dual rate set at. So if you guys have any questions on that, let me know, and I'll try to go into more detail and get a servo out here and actually show you guys. But just remember, this is going to be the overall throw of the servo. This is going to be the sensitivity of the beginning throws of the servo, and always go to the positive. If you go to the negative, that thing is going to become unbelievably twitchy. So we'll go ahead and and right there you can see I've got it on, flip the switch down, I've got it on 100%, which is full throw, and none of these are active. This is the default setting for this radio. Alright, another thing that you're going to find in your menu is right there, the Revo mix. Now, most of us will not be using Revo mix. Revo mix is for a non-head holding gyro. This is basically, you can adjust it from normal to stunt mode, and then you've got up and down and 0%. This is going to control your rudder servo. As you go up on the pitch, your tail's going to want to go to the right, or the nose to the left, and it's going to want to yaw. And this is basically set up for a rate mode gyro to compensate for whenever you're going, compensate for that helicopter wanting to torque off to the right or left, depending on which way your blades are going. So we're not going to get into this because just about everybody out there has a head holding gyro. Almost no one is running a rate gyro anymore. So don't worry about the Revo mix. I know if I hadn't said anything about it, you guys would be asking about it. So that's what that is. It's all for a rate mode gyro. Alright guys, another thing I wanted to touch on was this switch here, which is your gyro switch. We're going to be concentrating on helicopters here, so we're not going to deal with the flaps. So I want to kind of explain somewhat what this is for. So if we just go in here, go into your menu, go down to your gyro. Now you can see there's a 0 and a 1. With the switch flipped up, you're in 0. Go down, you're in 1. As you can see, I'm set at 60.5% and then 30%. Anything above 50% is going to be head holding mode. That's where you always want to be. I've never actually played around with rate mode, which is below 50%. But from what I can understand, it's for scale flying. It gives more of a scale look. I honestly do not know. But always stay above 50%. As you can see, I'm set at 60.5%. That is the absolute max that I could go for my gyro. Otherwise, I just get horrible tail shake. So, just you're going to have to play around with it. You're going to have to play around with the settings on your gyro. You're going to have to read your instruction manual on your gyro as to how to set it up. So, basically, 0 to 50% is going to be rate mode. 50% to 100% is going to be head holding mode. 50% dead on, it's not going to do nothing. It's almost like it's a 0%. So just kind of play around with it, guys. Another thing is you've got gyro and you've got F mode. Now this is going to be what switch is going to control your rate to head holding mode. Now if I put it on F mode, I can flip that I can flip the gyro switch all I want, and it's not going to change. What it did is it put it on this switch right here, what I like to call the happy switch. And now whenever I go into idle up, now it's going to change my rate, from rate to head holding or vice versa. So don't want it there. I wanted to keep it in the gyro. That way I can use this switch here to control what my gyro is going to do. So just kind of play around with it, guys. Should be careful, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.